When I was little, I wanted to be a stuntman, I wanted to be a skateboarder, an astronaut, I wanted to be in a remake of the A-Team. All I want to do now is to sit in a comfortable armchair in a darkened room and just breathe. Everything else has gone by the wayside. Well, having seen the A-Team remake, I have at least dodged one bullet, right? You know, I've learned so much from them. Until I had children, for instance, I had absolutely no idea that there is no stronger substance known to man than Weetabix and milk once it's dried. That stuff is absolutely astonishing, isn't it? It's sort of beyond Araldite, you know. Men's shoes with it, bridges, possibly. I mean, they're very keen to learn. They're always firing questions at me. Where do babies come from? Absolutely no idea, seemingly no way of stopping it. You know, I can't work out what the hell's going on down there. Honestly, I have absolutely no control over them whatsoever. In about 4 and a bit years, I've accrued, I think it's fair to say, basically no parenting skills whatsoever. They give me the total runaround. Some people say it's like herding cats. It's worth it. It's like trying to get a Hewlett-Packard printer to work. I mean, you've paid out all this money and it just doesn't do a single bloody thing that you ask it to. It's a complete nightmare. They give me the total runaround all day long. They leave me on the very brink of sanity. And it's only at the end of the day, when I could not be more shattered, more exhausted, more stressed, that is when I have to leave the house and come out to work, right? All to fund the milk-saturated lifestyle of my infant captors. You know. I mean, I would do anything for them. Of course I would. Absolutely anything. That's what being a parent is. Being a parent is essentially having Stockholm syndrome. You know, just hopelessly in love with the very people holding you hostage. I mean, I've had to change the way I live my life. Of course I have. I've had to calm down. I'm sure we can all remember the old rock and roll me. It's a bit crazy for a while back there. Well, I certainly used to read more. People whose friends have had children, they look at them sometimes and go, God, they've really changed, haven't they? They've really mellowed. They haven't mellowed, they are broken. Oh, he's really calmed down, hasn't he? He used to be so ambitious. He's much calmer now. That's relief. Of course he's not ambitious anymore. There's simply no point in being ambitious anymore. What is the point of dreaming about Hollywood if you can't even finish your bloody muesli before lunchtime? It is not possible to finish your muesli before lunchtime now because the entire morning just consists of being interrupted. When you've got that many young children charging about the place, you get interrupted so often that eventually the interruptions themselves start getting interrupted. You know, desperately trying to clean all the milk off the floor after breakfast, or the food that hits it at lunchtime doesn't splash, and then someone opens up the freezer and gets a bag of peas out and starts spilling them all over the floor, you know, desperately trying to sweep them up, and then someone ominously shouts, "I'm painting," from the hallway. You know. Run out there, find they've got hold of a loo brush and are just rubbing it against the walls. It is 5:45 in the morning. Well, ladies and gentlemen, haven't I got myself worked up into yet another state? I do wonder, actually, in retrospect, if I haven't slightly underplayed the work that our nanny does. Well, hey-ho. Honestly, I have absolutely no control over them whatsoever. In about 4 and a bit years, I've accrued, I think it's fair to say, basically no parenting skills whatsoever. They give me the total runaround. Some people say it's like herding cats. It's worth it. It's like trying to get a Hewlett-Packard printer to work. I mean, you've paid out all this money and it